I think there's a reason why you clicked on this video. Maybe you saw yourself in the title. Maybe you're confused, you're stressed, or whatever it is. Maybe there's something holding you back and it's on your mind. You have to do something. You want to make that step. You want to make that jump. Start, I don't know, content creation like I did 4 days ago. Or there's another thing you want to start. Either way, I believe there's something probably holding you back, and it's in your mind. But I feel like knowing that it's in your mind and realizing that it's in your mind is a big difference. There's a big difference, even if it seems that it isn't. When that click happens and you realize, oh my God, I don't have to be limited by what I think. I really don't. It's a weird thing to explain, but your stress and your anxiety and your pain, your genuine pain, because your mind creates a lot of pain. It sucks. It's tough. It's not easy. It's all imagined. A lot of it is, some of it might be true. You might be suffering with something. Life might have just given you a bad hand sometimes. Absolutely. But I think a lot of the pain we feel and this anxiety and this constant pressure is we suffer it in thinking. We don't suffer it physically. It's as if we cage ourselves in this fear of like whatever it is. I'm giving an example, like embarrassment, fear of like you think you're gonna fall. It feels like there's an impending doom. There isn't. And if I can give you one piece of advice is to sit with your thoughts much longer than you usually do. If I can give you an anecdote on my life, I'm 20, and I've been going to university for my third year now. And in high school, I was a very good student, good grades. I used to play high school hockey. It was awesome. High school was good for me. But man, was I on autopilot. I didn't really think. I was kind of just like, I'm just going to do this thing and that thing. Okay, cool. And I got, into my dream school, and I came here to Montreal, and I hit a wall, a huge wall, because I was alone. I was completely alone, 18. And, I realized I hadn't really sat with my thoughts that much. I didn't really know myself. I didn't know who I was. When you are forced to think, when there's no distractions, silence, there's no phone, there's no scrolling, it's very uncomfortable. It sucks. It's weird. Until it isn't. Until it clicks. Until you realize that all these things that are holding us back, these fears, it's in our mind. It's not real. Once you realize that you can only control what you can control, and once you start acting on those controllables, man, it feels awesome. It's great. And I feel like a lot of people realize it's way too late. They realize it when it's past the time that they can jump for certain things. I wouldn't say past the time, but it's sometimes there's regret in those thoughts, right? You think like, I should have done this, I should have done that. So when I was dealing with these things, being alone first semester was brutal. I mean, it was tough. It was not easy. Being in engineering school first year, it never is. But after a little bit of months of just like exploring and just thinking a lot, I started realizing, okay, what if I just started waking up early? What if I started just going to the gym? Instead of being like, no, I can't, I have these thoughts, these anxiousness. I started just doing the action of, and like going through the thoughts. I realized, my goodness, what was really holding me back? Nothing. I can just go and walk to the gym right now. But sometimes we're like, no, but I shouldn't go, or I don't know what it is. Sometimes you have these thoughts. And I find it kind of difficult to explain this to people because some people don't understand. And oftentimes those people haven't had the time to sit with themselves and realize that there is something holding them back. It's very difficult for me to rationalize this process. But I think in the process of making these videos, it's getting easier. I feel there's a lot of untapped potential in a lot of people. And man, sometimes I just wish I could just shake these people and realize there's so much you can do. There is so much. So yeah. Also, I know a lot of people might have clicked off, but if you haven't, I've been getting a lot of like comments, and I just want to say a big thank you. I read everything instantly. I get the notification on my phone, so I'm always reading it. It's very, very kind and very thoughtful. I've learned a lot from you guys, and I'm young. I've gone through a lot, but not as much as all these people in these comments. And yeah, I just appreciate it quite a bit. So yeah, have a good day.